So I think we're live. I still can't. Hello. Please let me know if you can hear me properly. Hello, hello. I'll give it 2 minutes. Just want to make sure. Okay, voice is good. Clear, perfect. Thanks, Ahmed. Okay, let's start then. What I want to cover is what happened on Bitcoin since we talked last time, and give some analysis on Bitcoin, and then we're gonna go through the range or channel trading that you guys were asking me about last week. So I prepared some more information about that, and we'll go through this. For now, let's cover Bitcoin. I think it's good, right? So I'll be recording these, the smaller cuts, so we can upload them as videos. So I'll start here with Bitcoin. So here we have Bitcoin. This is the Binance chart. And what did we have? So we were talking about this since here. I took the short from here when I was on stream with the guys back in November. And since then, it was in a massive downtrend. It's like a strong downtrend. We didn't see any proper rally. Even here, I was buying these lows, expecting some kind of a lower high, so the price to go back up, make a lower high, and then drop down. But it was so weak that we didn't even get that. And the price kept on dropping and dropping and dropping. What was happening here? So we have a lot of sellers, and there's no interest. So there's no buyers. As simple as that. You will hear a lot of, oh, price was going down, manipulation, they want to get your cheap Bitcoins. It's so simple. There's sellers who want to sell, and there's buyers. If the interest is lower than the sellers, the price go down. As simple as that. So given what's happening in the market and in the States and with the Feds, the interest is lower to buy Bitcoin. This is what's called like risk off asset. So Bitcoin is a very risk on asset, it's a very high risk asset. So hedge funds will usually, or the big money will usually go Bitcoin when everything is good, life is good, Feds are printing money, then you'll see the big pump. So that's in general why price go down. So what did we have here? Every one of these boxes were a green box, which means was support. If we see price came down to support, hold it, came up to resistance. If you guys remember when we were on holidays and New Year, I was saying that I was looking for the 52 swing failure pattern of the short, of this high, and then we get that, and the price didn't hold this and kept going down and down and down. So now what we have. Also first, last week we were here, exactly here on that pump up. I was saying, okay, perfect, that's a nice pump up. If we go to the lower time frame, that's a very nice pump. That's exactly like today, before the call. So that was a nice pump up. What I said is we want to see price go up, reclaim this as a support for a potential higher. If the price go down here and this didn't hold, I'll be looking for lower. And that's what exactly happened. Actually, when the price broke this level here, I didn't long again this channel because this is weakness. Why is that? I was expecting or looking for, this was the low on the daily, this was a kind of higher low. So I was expecting this to hold as a higher low. If this holded as a higher low, then okay, we have a kind of uptrend on the daily. Since this broke with the heavy selling, even if we go on the 4 hours volume, we see that this drop down came with a very high volume. So it's not a fake out, it's a proper selling happening. So you would expect that when the price come here, given that the massive selling on the volume, I wasn't sure this level will hold because it was tested once, twice, 3 times, and now we have massive volume down. So wasn't expecting this level to hold, and it didn't hold, and the price dropped lower with high volume. If you see this volume here is even higher than all this selling volume. So this volume here was high selling. Yes, there's a lot of liquidation which get the volume, but a liquidation is a sell order, and the price kept dropping, and it pumped from this point. And I was updating the guys on the group that we had a channel here. So I was updating that the price broke the channel. I was waiting for 33,400 to hold. It wicked through it and then back tested the channel perfectly and went up. Why this level here? First, there was a support at 33,400, plus it went down right under the 33 level, took all the liquidation from 33 and then pumped up. Also, if I go to the CME chart, and I talked about this a lot, the CME gap, we had the CME gap at here. So back in July, CME closed on a Friday at 32,400, opened on Monday at 33,400 and never tested this again. And now we have like filling of the gap to the T. And this was kind of I can say this is filling this is kind of good for a potential bottoming action. And when the price was here, I was thinking of this gap, and I was even talking with Ali that there is a gap at 33 and I would expect it to fill. And that was a nice bounce, so don't get me wrong, the bounce here was 18%, which is a very good bounce. So now what's next? We'll take this as always, level by level. What's next? Will Bitcoin bottom here and go all the way up? Will Bitcoin go down again, given the weakness in the entire market? In general, I'm still waiting for that relief bounce. 18% is good, but we didn't have yet a proper lower high. And what I mean by that, if I go to the weekly level, we were talking last week that this weekly closed in a lower weekly, and this is not good at all. And I was saying I want this 37, 38 level to hold on a close. If it didn't hold, I'm looking for lower. And why is that? We had this like lower daily here, and here we didn't have any. It was a massive pull up, and whenever you have a massive run up, you expect the price to go through it fast. And another thing is when the daily close under this, and why we look for a daily close, the price can wick down through a level and get bought up fast. This is fine. But if the price close 4 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours, daily, under a level, that means it's already get accepted under the level. So let's say in this case here, in this case, the price went to support, went to these levels and get bought up so fast. This is what you want to see if it's strong. This is good. It got up because people were buying the dip. But you see here, the price went down and start ranging here. That means it already get accepted under this, which I didn't want to see. So moving forward, what we can see, what we can think of. Now we have a weekly lower low, kind of downtrend. What we want to see, or what might happen in the coming, and this is also, we're talking weekly, we're talking a couple of weeks to come. This might take 2, 3, 4 months if it will play out. We would expect a lower high, for sure, not that strong. Let's say the price came back here, reclaimed this, came up here, reclaimed this. Now we're good, we're more excited. But then come here, make a lower low comparing to this low, and then drop down. So now we'll have lower low than this low, but now we have a lower high. So this is a confirmed downtrend. For a reversal, what you want to see the price come back down, make a higher low, and then continue up. If we saw this, we'll be like, okay, we're back bullish, it's a bullish uptrend, life is good. Also, that might take 6 months, 8 months, a year to play out. Bitcoin can range here and bore everyone. It can range here, as we said last week, for a year or more even. So that's what you want to see for the bullish side. The bearish side, let's say it come back here, go down, and doesn't put a higher low. Then that's a confirmed downtrend on the weekly, and I'll be looking for these levels down. But as we say, we're traders, we look at the price. So what we have here, we have resistance. So there's no excitement or any kind of excitement on the daily unless Bitcoin could reclaim this and reclaim this. Then we will have a higher low on the daily. Then we look for a potential higher high, potential higher low for a potential higher. That will be a bullish scenario that we will be looking for. So until this level is claimed, nothing to look at. What I am personally thinking, I'm not sure the momentum now can go all the way up. And I also have a feeling that the momentum is not there to break down. Many of the RSIs, stochastic, and many different indicators kind of starting to look good on this level. Maybe the price can go back down like this, but I don't see a big breakout coming. It doesn't mean that it might not happen. Here I was expecting a run up to like 48 I was talking about. It never happened. So we traded level by level. In general, we were using this chart since 2 months now, and it's being respected. So nothing to look at. I took a short yesterday from here, took profits, and as I was saying yesterday in the group, I was saying this run up before the FOMC meeting, they will pump it to 39, and then it will dump. And that's exactly what happened. I shorted exactly 38. My short it was 38,800, and I added to it. I added to it here today. So on the short time frame, on the 4 hours, it's trying to put uptrend, like we have a higher low. I don't think this will hold. I would like to see lower for a potential long scenario. If I saw something like that, like the price go down, wick through this and cut back above it, swing failure pattern, this level here, it would be good for me for a potential long trade. If I saw a nice swing failure pattern here, that will be maybe, I will look at the order flow and see if the price come back here, that will be maybe a good trade. But for me, it's all about low time frame. In general, I trade low time frames, so I'm not even looking for scalps these days. I'm mainly looking for potential scalp, a swing. So I short here, I took profit, stop at entry, whatever happens, happens. I shorted Ethereum as well, and I already took profits and stop at entry. This market now, volatility was very high before the meeting. I think now it will be a little bit boring, but don't get me wrong, these ranges are amazing. We're talking about a 15% range. So this is good if you are a trader. This is good for traders if you get on the right entry and exit. So that's in general for Bitcoin. Even if we go on the 1 hour, it doesn't look that good. See the rejection here after the FOMC came with very high volume, and now there's nothing really exciting here. Still lower low on the daily, on the 1 hour even. If this comes down here, this is already a lower low. You expect a lower high, sorry, you expect a lower low like this, like this. It will be good swing failure. These, if we saw a good volume back buying M, that's a good potential long scalp. I'll not be trading a lot because tomorrow I'm busy and the weekend. And by the way, today is my birthday, so I'm not gonna stay long. Today is my birthday. I'm already planned the stream, so everyone's asking me what you're doing today. I'm like, I have the stream. So that's it for Bitcoin. I said last week 37 level for me was a big alarm. It hit. I'm not in alts because I only trade alts. I was stopped on all my trades down here. So now I'm like in 60-70% USDT and Bitcoin and Ethereum and Cardano that I'm staking. Ahmad shorted 38,300. You're good. You're good. Because even if you stop above this, you're good. But in general, the funding was getting less negative now. So I was looking for this. It might come back here, swing failure, or even touch the 39. It might do it. So I don't have a big opinion about this. So that's it for Bitcoin. As we said, and also to the downside, get a 4-hour close under this, or even like an hour close under this. I think that's enough. If you didn't see like 15 minutes and then back in, if you didn't see a swing failure or a failed auction, I think the price is good to go down. On the very high time frame, I'm not thinking this is the highest bottom. I still think Bitcoin made it here. I don't think it will keep this liquidity, just to be straight like that. I don't think there's a lot of liquidity here. It will not be kept. Even if this will be bullish and the bull market continue and whatever, I still think it's good to take this liquidity and then go up. If not this liquidity as well. So we'll wait and see. It's already after the news, so let's give it 1 or 2 weeks. I don't think anything major will happen this week, and I don't think Bitcoin have the momentum to go back to the 50s anytime soon. Talking weeks to come. Thank you guys. So this is for Bitcoin. Now I stopped recording this. So another thing I wanted to cover, you want me to cover Ethereum. It's almost the same like Bitcoin, or you want me to go through the channels that I talk about, because that will take some time. Let me cover the channels. 1929 on a closing basis maybe, but yet there is two big different opinions now in the market. So many are saying like, oh, 30K will hold, this is the high term support, and it is big support. It was big support. At the same time, I don't think this will come tomorrow and like break the 28 down. I don't think this will happen. Still, this might take, as I said, weeks. This might play down like for weeks and then wick through, take. In general, I don't think if Bitcoin will go to 23 or 24 or even 20, I don't think it will happen like it will go down and stay there a month. I think it will be a strong wick, which will be an amazing generation opportunity. If Bitcoin wick like this for like 16 or 18, for me, that would be an amazing opportunity. So in these cases, you always play spot and you wait for the levels. So far, it's not clear, it's still in downtrend. I think a relief bounce. I was thinking a relief bounce was here, and we get like 10%, and then we get 10%. We didn't get a proper relief bounce. So we want to see a proper relief bounce. People get excited, longs in, longs, a lot of longs, open interest go up, everyone is back bull, and then you will see another big dump. Before that happen, I don't see a momentum to push that lower, unless something big and big institution that holding Bitcoin decide, you know what, we don't want anymore, we want to be out. This might change the game. I don't think this is happening now. Let's go through this, and I will the channels, because that was important. I was talking about this channel here, and I was talking about, oh, Bitcoin closed in the channel. I'm looking for a channel on the WhatsApp, and I don't know who asked me like how you see this, how you look at this. I told you guys, okay, you know what? Bitcoin has been doing amazing, easy channels. It was easy. I missed a couple of big shorts, which is my own strategy, that I wanted to short the top and the swing failure pattern, and this is a mistake. Like, I could have catch this short and I could have catch this short. I didn't, and this is a mistake for me because I was biased that I want to see a relief bounce, and this was a big mistake. But in general, we'll go through this because this was very, very kind of, I don't want to say easy trading, but it's good to practice on this because Bitcoin is giving a lot of this. So let's go through this. So here we'll have a look at channel range. As we were talking on the community, when Bitcoin was dropping under this level, I was saying, okay, now it's back in the range, volume is good. So I was expecting it to go to the top of the range, which it did at the end. And I was asked about that, and then I thought of it, you know what, let me explain a little bit about range, because in general, Bitcoin, let me remove this, Bitcoin range more than it trend. So you see it put range for a month, and then pump up, put a range, dump down, put a range, pump up, range, range for a long time. So for example, this range was for 65 days. Then you have a pump for 10 days. Then you have here, this is considered kind of 3 ranges, but for 48 days. Then you have a pump for 23 days, over here, 20 days. Then you have a range for 23 days. Then you have a drop for 2 days. Then another range for 13 days. Then you have a drop of 2 days. Then you have a range of 21 days. You see the pattern here? Then you have a drop for a couple of days. So people always waiting for that big pump, but actually what Bitcoin does is range, dump, range, pump, range, pump. So that's why understanding range is good if you want to become a trader. If a person is an investor, range is boring. Why? Because there's nothing to do in the range unless you're trading a range. So let's look at the range. Let me explain first what is a range. A range is as simple as, let's say the price dumped. It reached support. Oops, let me do it properly. It reached a nice support. Price get up of the support and then reach a resistance. Perfect. So here there's sellers interesting to sell. Most probably it's big level or big level of resistance, and here buyers are willing to buy. As easy as that. Price come here, goes down in the middle of the channel, then goes down here, and sellers and buyers here jumping in. It's as simple as that. And in Bitcoin world, this is exactly what was happening the last couple of months. So this is a range. Now you have a range, and what is a range? Is buyers are interested in buying here. They like this level, it's a good support. Sellers are interested to sell here. As simple as that. How you identify range and how you trade the range. So there's different ways of identify the range. By the book, you want to see touch, touch, touch. 3 or like, let's say like this. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 touches. This is kind of a range. The better is if you see 2 touches up. So 1, 2 touch, 1, 2 touch. This is a range. This is a confirmed range, and you long this side. On Bitcoin, from my experience on Bitcoin, especially if you're trading a range in 1 hour or 4 hour or 15 minutes range. 15 minute traces are amazing on Bitcoin. If you want to trade these ranges, I would say touch, second touch, touch. This is enough for me to say there's a range. I have 2 touches here. It's more speculation, but I would, if I see some this rejection, I would short this, stop like here, and take my risk on it. What I prefer in general, and I will show you, what I prefer usually is a swing failure, go down, and I take this. And my stop is easy here. This is called deviation from the range. So a range is not always perfect. It will come exactly to the dollar and go down. No. Many times you'll see this, and many times you see deviation. Like this is a swing failure pattern, or you see failed auction, like yesterday. This is called failed auction. Price get accepted. Let's say if you're trading the 1 hour, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. This is good. This is acceptance above the range, and then it goes down in the range. So this is deviation from the range. So this is in general what a range is. I'm talking about sideways range or sideways channel. The range can also be It can be downsloping. It can be upsloping. It's not always have to be a channel. But this is the example we're gonna cover today, the channel. And let's go look at this. They ask me what time frame you trade this. There is no rule here. A channel can be a multi-year channel, or a multi-month channel, or even a 5-minute channel, or even a 1-second channel. And here I'll give you a couple of examples on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is very good love channels. So let's say this is a channel. This is a daily chart. If I put it on the weekly, you still have a channel. If you look at it in hindsight now, this rejected here. Here, if you were looking at the channel, you would never bought all of this. What you will buy is only one level, which was this one. Now it looks so easy, and I personally wasn't looking at it the same way. But see why they say the market is the tool to take money from the impatient to the patient. Imagine looking at this as a channel, and you bought the touch of the channel, which is this level. Well, in general, this wasn't a channel. After the touch, it became a channel. So just an example. So if you want to look at it this way, this became a channel here. Once I have one touch, two touch, one touch, two touch, went down here, touch it, this I can draw a channel now. And then I will buy this and this. Why? Because these are touches for channel. This looks easy, but when you're in the moment, everyone was looking for 23, so it wasn't easy to buy it. So that's why these things are good in a scalp. Let's say in this case, let's say you want to draw a channel. What happened here? Price came down. It was here. Price pumped. We have now rejection. Let's say this. Personally, this is where I would put the channel. Let's say this. Price started coming down. There was a channel here. So you could trade this channel. Price went down. In this case, this is kind of a channel. This is kind of now a channel. I have 1, 2 touch, 1, 2 touch, or even if you put it here, even if you put your channel here, you already have 1, 2 deviation, third touch. So what do we have here? Deviation, now back down. So the channel started here. You went down, you pumped up here. Let's say, okay, you could even wait for the level, which was kind of obvious that Bitcoin will take all this liquidity. In hindsight, now I look at it this way. Back then, I wasn't thinking that clear like I think now, but. So let's say you say this is a channel. It dips down the channel, come back up. When it come back up, you buy the channel. If we go on the low time frame, see what was happening here. So this was it. We said after come here, you draw the channel. You see it wick under it, and then come back up. So if you bought here, anywhere, your stop is under this. And this was a very good. I know a lot of traders who took this trade. So let's say you bought anywhere. Let's say here, your stop is under this, and you're looking up. And why this is a swing trade? Because your idea here is simple. Your idea here is looking at all this level as a potential range, channel. So you're looking at this as a channel. So in this case, this is a channel. If you're buying here or here, you're looking for at least take profit, some profits here, and the big take profit at the middle of the channel, this line. So when you're talking here, you're talking about, because you're trading a very high time frame channel. So you're looking at 50% profit. So if your stop loss is somewhere here, 10%, it's fine because you're looking at 50% profit. So this is in general the case. And if the price go down under this, then it's invalidated because this wick get bought up fast. That means strength. If the price go down here, and find acceptance here, then your whole idea is now invalid. The idea of this is a strong support is now invalid if the price go down here or close a daily. Usually in these cases you will wait for the closers. If you saw a daily close under this, then your whole idea is invalid because you didn't see strength. So this is like kind of a high time frame channel. Now I go back to the channels I like. I give this example just for you to see that a channel can be on a high time frame. And here we have kind of a failed auction where the price go above the top, get accepted, everyone is bullish, 100K, and then drop down. And now the price is coming back to that channel. Do I think it will touch the channel? I don't know, but from my own analysis, why not? This channel has been respected, so nice. Why not? Will it bounce from here? I would expect it to bounce, a strong bounce even. Why? Because this was a strong support. So many traders like me and other traders, and people think 30K Bitcoin is very cheap because it's like 55% or more. It's like, yeah, 55% from the top. So I wouldn't expect the price to go down like that and like this. I wouldn't expect it. I would expect this level to hold as a strong support. If you see this is very bearish, and you look at 26, 23. So do I think the price is going down? I like to see this as a magnet even if I want to guess, and this is pure speculation guess, I don't think Bitcoin will go up to all-time highs or anywhere anytime soon without taking this liquidity. It loves this. If I see something like, I mean, for sure not straight lines. If I see something like this, and it goes down here, beep, this will be very nice, very strong. But yeah, I can't see it reverse from here for all-time high without taking this liquidity. Can happen, can happen. Here Bitcoin did it. I was waiting this swing failure pattern for days. It didn't happen. And I was so stressed because I was left out here. Anyway, so this is the kind of a high time frame channel. Let's take another couple of examples of channels. Let's take the channel that we're in now. This channel. We'll go to the low time frame to see what was happening here. Because this was a good channel up to yesterday. It started to change a little bit. So let's say I wasn't drawing this. And let's say the price was here. Price dropped, made a low, perfect. Now we have one touch. And here we have 1, 2 touch. Price go up here, down here, and start playing around. So when I drew this the first time, I remember, I think I drew it. This way. Yeah, I think I drew it this way because for me this was deviation from the channel, back test the channel. This is 1, 2 touch, 1, 2 touch. I usually don't just draw the channel. I usually draw the channel, and I always like to put liquidity line above it. So in this case, this was for me on the low time frame. Let's go to 15 just to see it better. So for me, this is the channel, and we are here now. So what happened here? Price dropped down, down. Here, back tested this support, up, back to this support. So this for me, 1, 2, 3 touches is enough to put it as a channel. So now I have a channel. Okay, perfect. Price come up, touch the channel. Almost touch the channel. Usually in this case, there's 2 ways to take a trade. You either take from like the channel and stop above that channel. This is a very tight stop loss. Why? Because the price can go up, down. Or the stop should be above this last low high. Because thinking of this high is if the price went above there, this is strong. And usually when Bitcoin dropped to a level, especially on the 15 or 1 hour, it doesn't V-shape up. I always tell you that it will not V-shape, especially in a strong downtrend. So it will make a range. So this is a good kind of more safe stop loss. Let's say you buy 1 Bitcoin here and you're targeting low of the channel. So this is like 1 1 to 1.8. Here is a better RR, but there's a bigger chance that the price will hit, that the stop loss will hit. And then price didn't reach even the low of the channel and went up, swing failure, this, back down in the channel. Here, that's a level I was talking about because I was waiting it. We had a daily resistance. We had a strong resistance here. Yeah, this one. We had this daily resistance. So it went up and broke down. Sorry. No, here. I remember I was looking to short this. We had this daily here. So if I go to the low time frame, yeah, see, it touched this daily level and dropped fast. This is what I was looking at. And remember last Monday, I said I was sleeping, I get the alert, but I didn't wake up for it. This was an amazing short that I missed. Because the price after that dropped strong, like, yeah, 10%. So anyway. So in general, that's the channel. You can say fake out or deviation from the channel. Price went down. Here, it didn't even, there's nothing that it went through. I think it swing failed on the 5 minutes. I think I took the long stop at under the wick and I got stopped out. Price went down, stayed here, and here we were talking live that I was looking at this level to hold. And then you see this was very beautiful. If I go back even to the 5 minutes. So it was almost touching, in this case, yeah, it was almost touching this, and here I have this liquidation at this price. So this was the low, price went down, rejected from this, up channel, then went back up, inside the channel, went back down here, and here it tested that channel. So it went up, tested that channel, and if you see what happened here, very strong up. How do you know if you buy this? How do you know not buy this? There is a lot of order flow you look at. You look at amount of shorts coming, order book, but an easy way to think of it, to start practice, is look what was happening here on the 5 minutes. Price was going down, and then it broke on a very strong volume. So this is not good for a long. Here, price was going down, but see the volume? There's not much selling volume. So it's not like a strong sell volume. In this case, strong sell volume, we don't long. Price went back in with strong buy volume. Okay, this is a good long, you long. This one was weak selling, so you expect the level to hold, it hold. This here was a weak buy volume, so expect the level to get good resistance. Here was a good long lot of volume, and the price went through on the 5 minutes, but the back test, you didn't see anything. What you wanted to see here on the back test, you wanted to see another spike in volume. If you saw that spike in volume again here, that's a good signal for you. You know what? A lot of people are buying the retest. This is a good breakout. Because in general, in a breakout, you want to see price go up, back test the level and go up. If you didn't see this, in this case, it was good volume. Price broke on good volume, that's good. You wanted to see the back test here. If you see the back test, that was good back test, but it came on low volume, like dead, there's nothing. So you expect this to go down. And here you can enter a short even. You don't even wait for this. Why? Because the invalidation is easy. You're risking 0.5%. You're risking 0.5% for a potential 5%. And this was kind of, now you look at it, it's easy because the back test came on a very low volume and then the price started going down. Here the price came in big sell volume, and if you see the volume didn't go down, the other candle is also big. And then the selling volume start to decline a little bit, but there's no buyers. Remember when I was telling you, I don't see buyers jumping in. Here we start seeing some buyers. I was looking at the 1 minute chart. Here we start seeing some buyers, but then the volume was dead, and we start getting some strong sells. But then also volume was not that much. And here we start seeing the sell is going less. If you look at this candle, the spike is less, the spike is less. So the sellers are becoming less aggressive. And then you see the buyers jumping in. So you see the buyers jumping in, this will give you confidence of the trade. You can take the trade here. Why I say here, these are higher risk for sure, because the price can go back and down. But this always, the invalidation is easy, 1.7%. But you can wait, and now it's kind of inside the channel, and you see the volume picking up, and you see the sell volume is less, and you buy the retest. And after that, the price strong went up to test the channel. Why it went up so strong? Because all this sell volume here, all these big red candles, a couple of big red candles are now underwater. If they're, let's say, many percentage of them are market short, these guys are all in loss now. Why are these guys shorting aggressive? When we go to another channel, you will see, because on the past channels, Bitcoin was breaking a channel and dropping like 2,000, 3,000. So all these breakout traders, it broke, they start shorting. Price came back here, they are underwater, and they do market buy. That's first. So first, the shorts closing, that's a market buy. Second, people missing that trade. So if you missed the buy here and you saw price going up, you will market buy. So that push the price, and then liquidation of the short. Price push up so fast to get exactly resistance from the channel. I shorted this as well. Channel, and then back here, and here the channel started to kind of die. But where did we go after that? This is another case, not the channel case, but remember this line I put here on the 15 minutes? No, it should be this one, sorry. This one. This is the high. So it went above this high, swing failure this high, and then rejected back in that channel. And this channel now is not that valid, but it's why I'm saying it's not that valid, because it's touched a lot. So this channel is not as valid now, but then we will have, for example, on this high that was high before, now I will change my channel for this, for example, because now this one is acted resistance, fake out, and then acted as support here, and here resistance, and now swing failure to the T and went down. So this one is now a good resistance level. Simply you look out this way: 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, fake out, and then support, resistance, and now swing failure pattern. Here where I took a short exactly here, I added to my short now here on this touch, because on this short I took profit and profit 2 here, and I left the rest in case it went down. So when it went back up, I have to add it more to it, because I saw this big weakness. I wanted to be in a more short. So when it touched this level, I took the trade. I didn't take the swing failure because, to be honest, this is where because I know my entry is much higher. So I added on the touch. So I put order in the book. I even put it on the book. It touched this one, I took that. But this was a nice swing failure pattern. It went above this level, if you see how easy. Above this level, back tested it. It's not easy. Believe me, if I'm trading them live, I'm really stressed. But this is like 0.4% to this drop. So this is another way more complicated channel, but in general, this channel for me, I would update it. I always love to keep this. In this case, this should be act as support, but also, as I was saying before, I will be looking for some swing failure pattern here for a nice scalp if we saw this. Another thing to look at, this is, I'm noticing now when I'm doing the research to showing you that, I start noticing this more and more. Bitcoin comes to a level like 33,900 and play in it. It's always love to come down to take this liquidity, like 33K. Wick through it and go back. You will see the same on the 40, on the 39. So take this liquidity, because many traders, retail traders will put stops or buys under these levels. Anyway, this is a nice example of a channel. I will take one more case. Let's take the one I was telling you about, the 52, where I was kind of telling you, I'm expecting 52, I'm expecting 52, I'm expecting 52. This was a very good. Yeah. So price went, let me see how I played it first. Let's see here. Let's say you start by saying this is the channel. Price went down, touched here, went up. So let's say you're here. For you, one touch, two touch. It's not a channel yet. So you wait, and then swing failure this. So now we have a channel. Because this is very aggressive. I have kind of, I consider this one touch, like this one, and one touch. Here it's not like a channel, it's more, I have this lows, I'm seeing some buyers coming in here, so I'm expecting this level to be good. So the actual channel is, let's say here. Oof. Okay, price went down, touched, and then we have this low, swing failure the lows, back tested, went up here, rejected from almost that channel, and then the price again. Okay. And this is the most important, what I was telling you about, which is the price went back, swing failure this high, and dropped down hard. Came back to the channel, tested it again, and here you see the same thing. This channel broke with strong volume, and the price kept going down. And this is why in the other example, you see a lot of people came to sell, because when Bitcoin was breaking the ranges, it was continuing since this move up. Whenever it was breaking the range, it was dropping down. Breaking the range, dropping down. So Bitcoin here break this range, everyone was shorting, looking for down. Price came back up, squeezed them, and now is playing back in the range, back in the same range. And I'm looking at this, I'm studying these ranges more now, and there's a couple of interesting things that it will shock you. Like most of these bottoms were put on the 12 at 12 UTC. 12, it was pumped. Here 12, no. Like many of these tops were like right after the 4-hour close. I'm looking for this more because I know this is a very important time frame. So let's take one more example. 42. Yeah, this was a beautiful range. This was 2 days ago last time in the 2 weeks ago in the call. Price here, in general, this is what I will put the range, because these I drew them now for you before. So let's say this is the range. So here you have a range, okay? And this is the 15 minutes. Where's the high here? You can consider this also a high here. Anyway. So in general, the price touch, one touch, two touch, you can call this a range. Swing failure this. If you see swing failure, I took the retouch here. I took this long, and I told you I took profit here, and I left 75% of the position because I was expecting Bitcoin to give a relief bounce, to 50, 52, 51. Never happened. And then the price started going up. Here it comes to the range, to touch the range, but it wasn't rejected even on, I remember, in the low time frame, because I didn't take this short. Maybe I was too bullish. Just checking how it was, because I look at the order flow, not at the volume here, but it's kind of, yeah, because it wasn't rejected, and then we get this spike up, and I didn't see rejection, so the price came up and stayed there. But you see then the volume start to go down even on the 5 minutes. So it's not like a strong breakout. It's not the breakout you want to see. Breakout, and then what you want to see for a proper breakout is volume spike, touch another volume spike. That's what you would like to see for a confirmed breakout. And here when we were on the call first time, and I said I was looking, I missed this when I was in the shower. Never go to shower. So this was very good, because even if you look here what happened, the price, same like what happened now. Almost the same thing. The thing is, it's giving us, I don't know, I hope Bitcoin will keep giving us the same trade. It was, now in hindsight, when I look at it now, it's like, it was that easy. Okay, Andres, I'll look at Sand. So the price came up, swing failure, this, take all the liquidity and went down. I missed this long, this short, and this is my mistake. I was in a long here, and I wanted to be in a short. I didn't back short this, because in this time, I had the channel from here. Sorry. I had this high highlighted because I was looking at this high. Anyway, this was reject, swing failure. I could take short here, I could take short here. Any short will be easy because my stop loss is here. And I'm in a long. So even if the price go up and stop me, I'm in a long. So I would do much better. So this was why for me, this was a mistake. Not taking, because this one I missed, yes. This one I wasn't missing. I was expecting, to be honest, I was expecting the level to be taken, even low volume, but I was thinking of it touched, swing failure, and now it's coming back again. So I was thinking this to be taken. I was looking for swing failure here for a short. I'm being greedy with my entry. That's what happened. And then on the call last week, price came up here. That was history. And that's when we had the call last week. Price came up, back tested this. Not only this was easy short if I was not on the call. Remember when I was mentioning that I'm seeing a lot of buyers FOMOing in and I expect the price to go low? It's in the stream. I was saying if this close under 42,600, I'm expecting to go lower, at least to the middle of the channel, which was happened here. And I think I longed this, I added to my long, and then I get stopped out. And here we had a very easy trend line. This was a very easy trend. This was very good. It was like top of this channel on the low time frame. It was before that channel, I think. Where this channel? No. If we draw the channel and we draw it here, because it didn't reach the top of the channel, almost. And the trend line on the 4 hours, this trend line was tested to the dollar. If I put this trend line on all exchanges, this trend line is tested to the dollar with the channel. This is like hand down trend and everything together. And I was looking at the order flow on the call, and I was telling you a lot of longs are coming if this price didn't hold on the 5 minutes. If it made 5 minutes lower high, lower low, this will drop, because there was a lot of longs coming in. And the moment here this price didn't hold, all these longs were trapped. They pushed the price lower, and then you start seeing buyers, sellers. Many traders don't like to risk, so they want to see weakness. They want to see lower low. They want to see sellers coming in, volume start to go up on the selling side, and then the rest is history. Now in hindsight, this was an easy short. If I was on the charts, definitely it was a short for me, because I was looking for a short. It was a short because it was kind of easy. And this is the importance of doing your plan. If you had the trend line, you had the channel, you had everything you're looking for, the price come here, you know what you're looking for. If the price come here, I would be looking to short this, stop above here, and even for a hedge, if you hold Bitcoin, this is good hedge. And the price drop through the channel. So if you see what happens here, channel, swing failure, the highs drop. channel, swing failure, almost this size, drop. Swing failure, these lows, up. Swing failure, these lows, up. Swing failure, the 52, down. Swing failure, the low of this channel, up. So same thing. This is a more complicated channels, but it's kind of, you're seeing a lot of channels. Look at this. This was more, this was at this side, this was distribution, and you had a lot of spikes. But the same thing. Price go down, up, rejected from the channel, pump down. I took this long here. I get stopped out in this week. I remember it very well because I was in a big long. And then price again. So this is a channel. This is a very short frame channel, but it wasn't big. So that's it. This is another example of a channel. This is very nice channel. Tested to, you short this, long, and then history. So in general, if you take, and this one I shorted the 59 on the call. I shorted this here, and my stop was above this. I still have this short. I still have only like 10% of this short. And this 10% of the short now is, I think it's like 100% profit, the 10% of this short. But I had, and I remember the guys who were on the call with me, I had alert at 59. When price hit 59, I was explaining for them on the low time frame why this was a good short that I didn't take because I was on the stream. I'll explain this a little bit because importance of knowing what you want and waiting for it. No, 59. Anyway, okay, I don't want to go low time frame. So I was in a long from this swing failure pattern here. I took like 25% and I was looking for higher. The price made kind of this channel. I put an alert here at 59 because I was looking for swing failure this high. And the alert hit and I took this on the 5 minutes. I showed the guys because the price came up, 5 minutes went down. I told them, see, you short this and stop above that. That will be an amazing short that I missed because I get the alert, I showed them this, the price was already here, I missed the price. I missed the short. And then again, I was still on the call and then I get the alert again. And I blindly shorted. In my other hand, I shorted right away because in my brain, I was thinking this is a back test of the channel. So I'm shorting this and then I market short and then I put stop right away above this. And then I showed them the trade. I told them, this is it. It was so generous of Bitcoin to give me the chance again to short. I wasn't looking at the order flow. Maybe this was a mistake, but I wanted to short so bad because I was in a big long from here. And I didn't want to keep the long open without having a short because if the price went down, I'm not making profit. So I want to be in a short. And this is why in a range, the best you can do, because this was a small range, this was another range. So the big range is from here to here. The best thing to do in a range, again, everything I'm saying is easy. You need to back. It sounds easy, but even for me, it's not easy. What you want to see is, let's say you took a long here. Let's say we have this channel. Price coming back here. Swing failure. You take this long. Perfect. You took first profit at middle of the channel. Or let's say there is a big resistance here. I take profit at the resistance, not necessarily middle of the channel. So let's say you took profit here. Perfect. Price come up. You took another profit here. Perfect. So now, if the price dropped down, you stopped out and you're not making money. So here you take short from a different account. Or if you're trading USDT chart, you can do the same. Or you sell if you're doing spot. But usually I like to be in a short here. In this case, I'm in a long, which I take profit. I'm in a short, which I took profit. So now my stop is, let's say you have a wick here. My stop is here. but I already a free trade because I took like 25 or 50%. And here my stop is here, but I already took. And here is my favorite time, because whatever the price do, you're making money. If the price decide to go down, stop you, your short is in profit. If the price decide to go up, stop your short, you're in profit. So this is the best scenario for a trader who's trading the range, especially in Bitcoin. And this is what I will be focusing on the future, which is mainly trying to trade like almost only channels. Not only channels, but I'll be focusing on these channels. Like now, for example, I took the long from the backtest, and then I took, there was 5 minutes VWAP something here, I took profit, and then I took profit in the middle of the channel. And I was really kind of scared with all the news, with all the selling, so I took like 75% already, and I closed the entire trade at the top of the channel. I didn't want to. Why? Because this is my Bitcoin account. I was like, you know what? If Bitcoin decide to go to the moon, I hold Bitcoin, I'll make money. I don't want this. And then I took the short here. So let's say I'm still at least 50% of this trade, which I should. This is usually, let's say I left the short long here. I'll be now in a good position. Short from now, my average short is here, and long from here. Back test from here somewhere. Yeah. No, this one here. This will be good for me. If the price go down, I make money. If the price go up, I make money. But I much better prefer to be not in a long and have a short, because this account is in Bitcoin. So even if the price go up, okay, I stop the short, but I'm making more USD because my account is in Bitcoin. So in general, this is how you look at charts. We can go much in depth with time. I'm personally taking these examples, and what I will trying to do next week, and I will tell you that so I can force myself to do it. I will be looking why the price bounced from here and what the order flow was looking like, and take my notes. So next time this happen, at least for me to be confident that this will bounce. So that's what I'll be doing myself as a homework for me. In general, this is a range. This is how you look in range Bitcoin. Another thing I stopped doing some time ago, if a range break, I don't try to long or short. In this case, the short was easy. I mean, when it breaks, if I shorted, that was good. If I shorted, but I always prefer to short here, not the breakout. So I don't do this anymore, and I don't want to catch the knife. I try to catch knives here. This was my best trade ever, because I catch the bottom. There was some I don't know, monthly 21 or weekly 20. There was something that made me catch the bottom here. So in general, this is, you take your time, put a trade. You are more a swing traders. Just wait for the level. Even if you're playing the level on swing trade, you don't have to look at all these volume. So let's say you see this now, put along here, stop. In case you're doing swings, your stop should be lower, because you would expect that price will go down, swing failure. This will happen a lot on Bitcoin. It always go up lower than the level, stop everyone and go up. Another thing I was telling you about is you see a lot of these round numbers. So example here, here there was 40, see the support was 4,500. It went down under 40, 39, and then bounced. And this for me was very good buy. I bought the 4,500. I was like, okay, this why I was so confident the price will go up, because it swing failed a big level of support, 40K, psychological level. I was like, this will hold, it will go to 50. And here my bias didn't let me to short this again. This is a mistake. Anyway, this is all about range. That was a long one, so I'll stop the recording. So let me know if you have any questions about this, and I will look at one chart maybe like 10-15 minutes more, and go have a early birthday sleep. I'm celebrating my birthday over the weekend. Was this okay? Let's go one by one. Happy birthday! Thank you. How many people watching? Okay, 3 likes. Come on. Happy birthday. 29K is the last line of defense. I don't know at this moment where the wicks can come, to be honest. if things went down. It's all, I think the 33, the 30 and even the 28, so this week's should be, this should be a big level of support, somewhere between like 27,500 up to 30. Andres, I will look at Sand now. Khaled, was this the missed 5K chance? What missed 5K chance for Khaled? Sand. Oh, Sand is pumping. Where it's pumping from? Am I replaying on Fibonacci? I didn't get the question, Ahmed. Okay, so this is where it's bouncing from. Where is Sand bouncing from? Bouncing from the Fibonacci, and let's see what we have here. I don't have it. I didn't even chart this. I only have a couple of levels. That's all you need. This level was respected to the dollar here. Oh my God. You see this? This was a good short to the dollar. That's nice. I don't know last time I looked at this. I was looking at it as potential support here. So I most probably I charted this before. I just look at it fast. I don't know why I don't have the chart. But most probably I was looking at this weekly as a support. It didn't act as a support, it acted as a resistance, and it gave a nice, very nice 30% drop. Yes, I rely on Fibonacci a lot for mainly for swing trades on alts. The guys know that this is kind of my couple of strategies. Now we need to look at new ones if we're gonna go in a downtrend, in a long downtrend. We need new levels to look at. So I look at weekly opens, weekly closed. I look at Fibonacci and moving averages for alts. Like in this case, the guys know this will be a good support for me, which is a Fibonacci golden pocket plus the 200 moving average. But I wasn't trading any alts to see what Bitcoin will do because I was afraid of these wicks. Because when I trade alts, I'm kind of swing day and swing trade. So I would have bought here. I had by the way, I had a buy order here, but I removed all my buy orders when Bitcoin dropped the 39 or dropped the 40K. I removed all my alts ordered. I just left the alts in my hand and I would get stopped out from all of them. I didn't enter any alts. I took some shorts yesterday. I shorted Phantom from here. I took all the profits. I shorted Matic from 1.8 somewhere here on the pump. I shorted Atom from, see why when I'm trading something I shorted too much. See, I have a lot of fibs. I shorted Atom here and I put my stop above this, so I wasn't stopped out, and my take profit was this Fibonacci, and I think I have another, it's here, my trade is here. I already took most of the profit. So I am short now from 35.4. My last take profit, I removed them. The 3 of them hit. So now I don't have any take profit, I think. 26 or something like that. So this is the only trades I had, some shorts, just to be. But back to I missed in the convention. You said you missed a 5K profit because of trade. Oh yeah. No, that wasn't this one. No, the 52 that I missed. I was on holiday. I remember because I was explaining something on the convention, and the trade happened. I was like, this is one of my favorite scenarios. It was, yeah, it was a scalp. It was Bitcoin back testing the value area low on the daily, and it pumped up so hard. And I was explaining this live, like what I will look for a scalp, and it happened on live. And I was like, okay, I missed a good profit here. So sand, we know why it was pumping from here. But for me, this is all, there is no excitement for me. I don't want to show you something, but see this paper here? Alts, swing with the trend or clear reversal, daily market structure change, get out of the coin. So I only trade swing alts with the trend. The trend is now down, so either I will look for a short around here, or I'm not taking this. Unless I see clear reversal. Clear reversal for me is this go up, up here, for example, reject, put a higher low, I might think of taking this trade. Because this for me is a clear reversal, just how I trade. So now let's look at sand. So it's clearly, we know why it pumped. So it went down to the Fibonacci, and now it's getting love. And I think now it's rejecting from the weekly 21. Let's see. Trying to find some levels. 2 day. I mean, 2 days so smashed. 24 is so. The daily is, the momentum is looking to be shifting up, but I don't think. I think the maximum this can give is something like this, something up. I would be surprised unless there is a big fundamental news, something big, like I don't know, Google partner with Sand. I don't, something big. I don't see this coming back up before coming here. Maybe do this, go back down. I can't see sand going up anytime soon. Personally, I was interested in sand here, and I was waiting. Everyone was longing here. I was waiting this patiently, to be honest. I was waiting this, and I was explaining why this level was so important. It's a good SR flip. Let me just talk about, record this. So sand USDT. What we're looking at is, I just opened the chart, and I had a couple of levels only. The weekly, weekly opened here last weekly, that was rejected, and we had the Fibonacci golden pocket from the lows to the all-time high, and the price went down, accumulated through it with the weekly 200 EMA, and now it's giving a nice bounce up. This is a very good level of support. We have the Fibonacci, we have the 200 daily EMA, and we have this SR flip. So the price went down through all of this, and now it's trying to bounce. Personally, I don't know how high the bounce can give. I don't know. It all depends what Bitcoin will do next. So if Bitcoin will try to make a rally up to 40, 42, I mean, sand will have a chance maybe to do something like this. But then what you want to see is a higher low for potential higher. So this will be lower high, trend is still down, but then you will have a low, a higher low. In this case, things will look better. On the other side, if Bitcoin will show weakness after some pump, I can see sand going down more. Maybe somewhere around these levels, $2, $2.1. That can be a scenario if Bitcoin decide to go to be weak here. There is some volume coming in at these lows, but also at this moment everything will follow Bitcoin. So Bitcoin now made a small rally. You see the strong alts trying to rally. This is very good that sand showing some strength now after all this break. But anywhere, so you see this strong resistance here. I mean, that was support all the way. now this will act as a strong resistance. So the price can come up here. You will have the 21 EMA, you will have the 55 EMA, you will have the Fibonacci, you will have the 382 from this level, Fibonacci, which will act as resistance. Then you will have the 618 Fibonacci from this level, which will act as resistance. So you will have a lot of resistance at this level. So I will personally start looking at sand after I see something like this, reclaim this, and start going up. This will be interest for me. Before seeing this is weakness, and maybe I'll be looking to short this somewhere here. That's it for sand. So questions, golden zone, how the profit of the Andres, so I just made a very fast look at sand. If you want me to look at more details, if you're in a long, looking to where to take profits, I think this is a strong support resistance here. If you're looking for a long entry, don't FOMO in because pump today, I mean, I FOMOed in a lot, so now I wait. There's nothing here. Price can go up, down. You need to see some strength before you think to enter. Ahmed, how the profit of the leverages are being calculated? So it depends how you're using leverage. So let's say you're, let's say you have $10,000 and you did 2x. So now you're longing 2x, you're making twice the profit. And now, for example, now you're taking a bigger position and the profit will be calculated as per this position. I don't understand exactly how you question. Ziyad, you're talking about this? Yeah, this was good support on sand. My issue was that given what Bitcoin was doing, I was afraid to put any orders on the book. And to be honest, it looks like Bitcoin week down. This was a good buy. I mean, remember last week I was talking about, I talked about this last week and I was saying in the market like now with Bitcoin going down hard, I prefer not to put my orders in because it can wick down and stop me, and I would prefer to come the other day. If I saw strong support like this on sand, strong buy, I would come the other day and buy the Fibonacci here, which in this case would have been easy because that's exactly what I explained last week and even talked about exactly the same case. I would have bought this level here. Yeah. I would have bought this level here, stop under this. For this as resistance. So this would have been my trade. But yeah, this is rejecting from the 4-hour. This looks fine. I think this will go up, this will go up, make bearish diversion, go down. That would be a good short from here. Any more questions? How was the range explanation? Do you have any questions about that? Any question about any coin? I can stay more 5 minutes, answer any question. Sand BTC is get to the 21 daily. Okay, see, that's my old chart. I was trading sand here. I'm just looking at this now. I was trading sand here. The yellow would have been my entry, the red would have been my stop loss, and the greens are my take profits. But when was that? I think I was trading it from here. because obviously I entered at the yellow and I took 1 profit, 2 profit, 3 take profits. And the last one was this one. So most probably I was trading it here, March 2021. It was a better idea to hold it. Because after that I did 700%. Any more questions? I'll assume there's no more questions. Okay. Yes, we're on a downtrend, but golden zone plus EMA would. Yes, Ziyad, exactly. That's what we're saying. But what I was saying is, I wouldn't want I wouldn't want to buy it blindly. What I mean by blindly is, if I buy it here, it already kind of stopped me. So I don't want to be in a 21% trade, especially at this time, Ziyad, because you don't know what Bitcoin will do. That's why I removed all these buy orders. You don't know. I already get hit so hard on many of my alts that I'm out of alts. So I don't know if Bitcoin decided to drop higher, this would have a chance here to go lower. So I wouldn't take a risk. And already you see, if I entered here, where's my stop loss will be? Under this level or something. So it's like a high time frame for me to trade it. And I'm happy I didn't put my orders here. Now you look at it, yes, it gave a nice, if I would entered, I would have entered here, exactly here. So that would have gave already 10%, that's good, but given the volatility in the market, you will see, if when this will come here, you will make the 10% out of a much easier short. And then this, and then you can short here, stop here, 3-4%, looking for 10%. So it will be easier in this case to trade with the trend. I didn't make these rules out of nothing, out of losing half my portfolio and just trying to always long alts. And then the only case was like, the only way I can be more better is just follow the trend. I mean, I'm happy to flip long and start buying more alts when this will happen. Because let's say the market will recover and everything is good and life is good and sand will have, sand can pump here 50%. It can do it easily. It's a strong technical and the metaverse and all this narrative. But I would prefer to see something like this, because then if this happened, that will give me like 60-70% trade. It's amazing. Yeah, I will be, for sure, I'll already miss this. Yeah, I'll miss 30, but I'll make 70, so. If you're taking it as a scalp, Ziyad, then you will do the other strategy I was talking about, which is you see a level hold and then you buy the secondary retouch. For example, in this case, it didn't hold. The level didn't hold. It closed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days under the 200. But still, at the end, it now went above it. So even if I would think to take this, I would love this 200 EMA to go. Let's say, sorry, no, this doesn't do that. It's a 200 EMA. So let's say sand will still bullish. I want to see the 200 EMA reach here. Sand go up, go down. And that's what I would like to see. I mean, this is all hindsight, so there's nothing like, oh, if it happens like that, that will be perfect. Like that would be cool. It will be, let's keep this in case this happens. That will be cool if sand can do this. Come up here in a couple of days, reject here, go down in a couple of days, test this fib, with the 22 MA. That will be like an amazing trade, because you have a lot of support. You have the local Fibonacci with the major Fibonacci with the 200 EMA and with kind of looking for a higher low uptrend. This will be an amazing trade if this happens. Yeah, this will made a scenario now. This is the most speculation can be. I'm speculating on the price, on the moving average, and on the Fibonacci. Like, this is like the most speculation can be. There's nothing more speculation than that. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Let me know if you have any more questions, and I will talk on Discord and WhatsApp. Have a great night. Thank you so much.